Yeah. So how do I find the right church? And so finding the right church is something, it is something that God does. It is a gift. It is a grace. I can't just merely pull a church off the shelf. And so obviously I'm looking for things like the gospel and things like that. Of course, that is a given. I think it's like any relationships. Church is relational. And so I need to meaningfully connect with the people that I'm in a relationship with. I can't force it. If we're going to have intimacy, if we're going to be real with one another, I've got to find those individuals that I can connect with, not naturally, but meaningfully. That because we are sincere, we're genuine with one another, that connection can emerge. I think the first thing is something that's not, it's not specified, it's experienced. I've got to find that if it's going to be my church. Now, objectively, I want to find a church. I would recommend a church that understands the importance of discipleship, that understands the importance of really trying to cultivate people's growth. They maybe not be doing that perfectly. It depends. It depends on where they are in their own discipleship kind of discovery journey. No church gets there automatically. We have to try things, we learn, we adapt, and things like that. But I want to find a church that sees the importance of formational discipleship. They're going after it. They're not just like saying we have a small group ministry, but they're trying to cultivate growth. If you're working in a garden, you got to cultivate. You put down fertilizer, you are tilling the soil. I want to see a church that's actively trying to cultivate growth amongst its people. And if they're doing that, I think it's a good sign that something good is happening there. Now, am I a mature believer or am I a new believer? If I'm a mature believer, I should be prepared to find some degree of incompletion that God is calling me to, maybe to complement, to expand, to help deepen what's happening there. If I'm a new believer, I really want to try to find something where it feels very complete. I'm leaning on them. I'm not being thrown off by various kinds of performance mindsets and things like that. But I want to find a church that's actively thinking about how to disciple. How do we cultivate growth? How do we achieve formation? How do we do that? If they're thinking about that, then I think it's a good sign.